Welcome to the Sacred Emergence Podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Wong, and I'm so thrilled that you're here. This is a place where you'll be guided to living your most aligned life so that your truest, most radiant self can emerge. We'll be jamming on topics ranging from spirituality, entrepreneurship, to wellness and lifestyle design, and everything in between that can support you to grow, evolve, and shine, all the while not taking ourselves too seriously. So if you're ready to step into your leadership, break through limiting beliefs, own all of who you are, and expand in abundance, grab yourself your faith cup of tea and let's dive in. Hey, it's Michelle Wong. Welcome back to another episode of Sacred Emergence. So happy you're here. And today is going to be what I presume is going to be a short solo episode. I wanted to just kind of share some thoughts that have come through. And in connection to my episode last week around my realizations around uncertainty. And I'm just going to dive right in. So last week I talked about the unknown and being in the uncertainty of it and how that is the feminine. And I realized that so often, like when I get these wisdoms and these downloads, I'm like, oh my God, amazing. I'm on this high. And then I move on, right, to the next thing that's showing up in my life. But with this download, and if you haven't listened yet, I totally recommend you checking it out. With this past download, it really, because I'm still in it. I'm still in the unknown. I'm still in the uncertainty. And there's a dance with it because a part of me wants it to go away. Like, oh my God, are we there yet? And then another part is that reminder of no, like I'm in the void right now and I'm meant to be dancing with it. I'm meant to be sitting with it and to tap into the reminder of everything that is possible in this space. Because in this space is where all the magic happens. And it's so quick for my brain to want to get out of it because it's not always comfortable. And so this week, it's literally, I've been in that space of like, I would love to have answers to Bali, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it's coming tomorrow, the day after. And like the answer might not be what I want, right? And at the same time, there's so much room for growth here. There's so much room for growth because it's like, there's that piece. And then with it, there's also the comparison. And I had like a huge realization around comparison. And I'm pretty sure we've heard the saying that comparison is a thief of joy or thief to joy. And as I was doing one of my trainings for one of my certifications, and like oddly enough, I'm doing 3 certifications right now. It just happened like that. Some of them are completely like related to subconscious programming and drawing out the unconscious and making it conscious, and therefore we can like, once something is aware or once something is conscious, we could do work around it. But like in that space with one of the certifications I'm doing, it was around self-hate. And self-hate, even that word has so much energy to it. It's not even something I really want to look at because I'm like, self-hate, I don't have self-hate, right? And like, it might not be that word I would use, but comparison came up. And I was like, whoa, in my work with, self-hate, I realized that when we compare ourselves, it's a form of self-hate because we are all unique, brilliant individuals, right? We like each one of us are incredibly unique. Like even if it looks like someone is similar to someone else, there's like our genetic makeup, our human design is incredibly different. There's not one human design that's the same, right? There's not one fingerprint that's the same. Like we're all designed to be different, unique, and bring something amazing into the world. If we compare ourselves to someone else on their journey, it's diminishing our own light. And that hit me. And it's like, because I've been comparing myself to others, like seeing other people traveling, I'm like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Or like someone's further ahead in business or whatever it is, like the judgments that we have on ourselves and like all of that, this is all a practice, and to integrate and to embody the things that we learn. And that's where the magic really is. And, I talk about embodiment through human design, like it's about embodying your design, but embodiment and integration is not even just human design, right? It's with everything that we've learned. It takes time to integrate the things that we've learned. So make sure you give yourself space for that. And that's something that I've been dancing with, I would say, honestly, for the past year. And this is life as well. It's not just okay, once I've integrated and embodied this unknown uncertainty that I'm in, it's over. There'll be something else that comes up. And so with that said, I don't actually have much updates for Bali. Like I said, I'll know hopefully before the end of this week. But there's so many options. And I think part of it is being flexible with how we think something should be. And to be open to the flow of things. And that's part of the whole, being in the space of uncertainty, being space in the void and the unknown, excuse me. It's can we dance with it, right? This or something better. And if we don't have an answer yet, or if it's an answer that we don't like, then we have a choice. We always have a choice. So exercising that free will that we have. And then in the space of it all, so this past weekend, I've been riding the wave of my emotions, and it came up because of all the certification trainings that I'm doing. With all of that, it's I still have to show up in my business. I still have to show up. And I feel like it's not authentic if someone only shows up in their happiness, right? Only showing up when things are perfect. And that's where it gets challenging, because, it's there's this perfect image I'm supposed to show. It's no, times have definitely shifted. It's people can smell a rat, right? If you're not being real. And so it's having that personal power to be in our emotions, to have awareness and to be able to hold that and still be able to show up in our sadness and sell, right? It's I'm sad and I am still selling. And funnily enough, back in January, that was a space I was in. I was doing so much healing in January. And things were great. And in February, there was a disconnect. I felt like I was withdrawing and disconnected a bit. And I might have shared this in the last episode. And the finances didn't really reflect that, because I was unplugging. I was disconnecting, when really the work is, can I still show up, right? It doesn't mean be in my messiness and be all in tears and trying to push something forward. It's no, then I need my own private space. But even if I know I'm sad, can I have that maturity of being okay, this is a human experience that I'm going through, and I don't know necessarily what's going to be the outcome, but I'm, as an optimist, I know that everything is working in my favor, and I can choose to learn from this, and I'm still going to show up because I believe in myself, I believe in my work, and I'm here, right? I'm here for a reason. I have something to share, and we're all human. And so the more I can show up and be in the integration of it all and embodying things that I'm learning and being on this journey of life, it's okay to show up, right? It's safe. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about. The integration and the embodiment when we learn things is super important. Otherwise, it's just in our head, and it's so fleeting, right? Once something is integrated, it's almost or embodied, it becomes second nature, that it's we forget, oh yeah, I learned that last time. Oh yeah. It's we want to have that muscle. So I hope that resonates. Oh my God, I'm very excited. I don't know if when I do these these riffs, it's kind of this unconscious streaming. So I don't even know if I shared this, but I have something exciting that I'll be announcing. I'll be announcing publicly to the social media, as well as to those who are connected with me through email. And if you've already had a human design reading with me, ever, you should have received a few emails already with what it is, and you have what's the language I used around it? You have the early bird. You get the early bird dibs. And so more to come, but if we're not already connected, please connect with me on social media. I'm pretty active on Facebook and on Instagram. I'll share the links in the show notes. I'll share the links to the last episode that I'm referring to. And I'm so excited for this new thing that I'm launching. I'll share more thoughts around it in future episodes, but stay tuned for more. Love you. And as always, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, share, tag me on stories, michellewong.xo on Instagram, and I will talk to you soon. Cheers. Thank you for listening to the Sacred Emergence podcast. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and thank you in advance for sharing this with others who can benefit. Until next time.